We have been undertaking a training with our regional teams, especially in the east and the north this time around. And this includes the whole project team and the Minister of Water project.
By the end of this session, we should be able to set out without a template and check the diagonals when they are accurate.
Once you visit the site, you have to make the visit count. So there are some things that you can just spot checks, you can look out for, and immediately we can correct that.
You have this and this being powered by one valve.
At a pump station, we give you the corners of the chain link fencing.
You're looking for a reservoir location. Put punch in a reservoir location from the drawing, and then you together you look for it. What have you got? Now you change yours to square meters.
Continuous capacity development is really required, and we're looking forward to do this with the construction manager of South and Southwest, Mr. Shock, so we get ready. We are Nexus Green, Uganda Limited, subsidiary of Nexus Green UK. We are the biggest renewable solar energy solution company in Uganda, and we have a couple of projects we are running, one of which is the Minister of Water. The solar is called Design, Supply and Installation, Solar Powered Water Supply and Irrigation Systems, which is undertaken by Government of Uganda through Minister of Water and Environment. This is funded by UK Export Finance with GOU. We also have a couple of projects under our B2B sections, business to business, that we are providing energy solutions to. We have AGL, we have done Summit View, we are starting AGL Nairobi, I think next week. So we are here for the long run, we are here to stay. This training comprised of clerk of works, who are our team working directly on the project sites and supervising every contractors or subcontractors undertaking this work. Nexus Green has the A team. We have collected all the A team in this country and brought them to Nexus Green. While you're with Nexus Green, bring that A game. We have a slogan, beyond and above. That's what we aim for. We have a client, we don't just do the work. We go above and beyond. We want to leave the client awestruck by the quality of work, the time management, and the cost within which we provide our solutions. It's always important to build capacity so that you maximize and save time. When people get to know how to do work, what to do, in the process, there's efficiency and productivity is increased. And that is one of the reasons that enabled us to do that.
We were contracted to design, procure, supply 687 solar-powered schemes, water supply and irrigation alike. You are currently being onboarded from the east, where we have 94 sites running and about 20 ready for commissioning, 7 commissioned like with unofficial handover and a certificate and all that. We have about 68 more to go.
We looked at the designs. How are they made? How are they developed? What process does it go through? What quality assurance are there in the design process, so that the whole workforce appreciates the effort from the design team.
We share with you setting out information which are in coordinates. And what we are using, the coordinate system we are using is a WGS 84 datum, and then it is a UTM. But most times, sometimes you find maybe some surveyors are using ACT 1960, which is a bit tricky, but you need to pay attention to that datum, the WGS 84 setting out information.
For example, if you are laying an irrigation scheme, the moment you finish trenching, before you put the first line, distribution, main line to the garden, I need to be there as a clerk of works.
In some instances, you find we have a block of 24 by 60 and 18 by 60. Is 18 a challenge or which one?
Okay, now it depends on the limitations we meet when we are designing, so we decide. But before, we used to adopt 24 because we had 8 lines, which is 8 times 3, 24. But we changed it to 7. You have this and this being powered by one valve. This and this powered by one valve. This and this powered by one valve. Now, if we extract 2 boxes here, you have, you have that. Then you have a line from somewhere passing in the middle. Then you have laser spray, blank tubes punched at 3-meter distance. We normally use around 7 of them. So 7 per block times each side is 30 meters. But if you meet 8, please do the 8 because it means that's what we have decided to do that. Yeah, so it's okay. Sometimes we can lay and we feel like you'll have 4 lines hanging alone. Then we say, no, let's distribute them in each block. Yeah, so each block gets 1, 1, 1, and we have a no valve coming up. So all those are decisions taken during design.
We also went again to understand programming. How do you do programming? Because at the end of the day, projects are about time and cost.
Most of the items on our booking structure, in that document, these are actually headings in our bills of quantities. So I believe the team is aware. Literally, our main role is we are accountable for this data, but also we are responsible for validating data which comes from our civil subcontractors or our supply chain. When you give us this information, it leads to PM2 construction. This is what I told you, that this is where now the PEs are going to be working from, because all this data is consolidated into a document.
So planning is this. We need these dates from the contractors. When they actually, because this is site handover, when is actually intends to give us the site.
And always make sure that when that day has passed and no work has been, you haven't achieved the milestone, you ask for a recovery plan. From this session, we should be now able to have to operationalize our work plans and also to have that synergy, because we'll collaborate more through having to work from the same document. And that way we'll have proper document control. We'll minimize the amount of time we lose when one party delays a task by a couple of days. I think that is all going to be arrested through working from the same calendar.
We have a massive department here that really focuses on training, making sure everyone's up to speed with everything. We're implementing the ISO in the company, which is going to be fantastic for our growth. The training for me is super important, and I hope you do get to watch those videos, because you'll get to see the in-depth and how much and how far we go in terms of getting people trained up to be the best of the best, because Nexus Green, we are the best of the best.
Quality assurance is very important for us because it is the cornerstone of why we thrive as Nexus Green. Because at the end of the day, customer satisfaction is everyone's responsibility at Nexus Green, and that's why quality assurance is a very integral part of our process and systems.
You just need to pay more attention to detail. This is why we came here with our procurement officer, because she's going to run you through from the borehole where you first drop the submersible pump to the last point where water is fed to the end user or to the crops.
We have a material acquisition template. Now in that material acquisition template, we have some pipes. If it's OD 110 millimeter of pipe that we're using either in the transmission, getting water from the pump house to the reservoir, or in the distribution, say in water supply sites. This is what we use. For the sizes that are lower, like OD 90, 75, 63, 50 and downwards, here we use HDPE.
These are important activities we have been undertaking these 2-3 days, and we are glad that at the end of the day, these colleagues of ours, this workforce, are really motivated. Their energy is revived up, and they have something that they can see and focus on and know exactly how to do and deliver. And that is why continuous continuous capacity development is really required. So we are looking forward to do this with our regional team in Southwest and in Central Uganda, and we are looking forward to do this with the construction manager of South and Southwest, Mr. Shock. So we get ready, get ready, get ready.